Hi, welcome to Gardenville.tv. I'm Catherine.
And I'm Susan.
Now Susan, we're out and it's mid-September. Actually, you know, it's nearly late September. What are we looking at here in the garden?
We're looking at here
lovely
Rudbekia Goldstrum.
Right, okay. There's a nice sort of black centre to it, isn't there?
Yeah, it's got a lovely little black centre and these bright, would you call that orange or yellow?
It's sort of
deep
orangey
yellow to orange.
Yeah.
Now, is daisy flower.
How do you, what way, if you're going into a garden centre, would you buy this?
You go looking in the Perennial section.
Okay.
It's a perennial, it's fairly stiff.
Which means it'll come up next year.
Yeah, it dies back in the winter and comes up next year.
Right.
And it spreads as the clump will spread.
Right.
So it's fairly rigid stems, doesn't need support, easily grown, sunny position, and once, if the clump gets too big, you can divide it up sort of between, once the flowers have died back really, between October and March, and give pieces to your friends.
Right, if you're generous.
If you're generous, yes. You will be, because it does spread quite well.
And listen, again, if you divide it, is it?
You divide it, yes. We'll
okay.
be doing something on sort of
And when would you do dividing of this?
Well,
now?
I was saying sort of, generally you're looking at between October and March.
Right.
But when it's beginning to die back in the winter, or when you're beginning to see it appear in the spring.
So will this flower now till when?
It's probably started very nearly a month ago, I would think.
Yeah.
Several weeks
so
ago.
So that'll
anyway.
be the middle of August.
Yes, that sort of time, and it'll flower now until, well, looking at this plant, it'll flower on into the beginning of October.
Yeah, which is great, isn't it? And then do you cut that all the way back down? You know, if you're going to...
You'd cut the old, you know, if you're bothered about tidying up, you'd cut the old flower stems back at the base.
Okay.
And then let the leaves die back.
Die back naturally, and then it just grows again next year.
It just comes up again next year.
So it's quite a handy little plant.
I love this plant. It's very bright, vibrant, easily grown, and it's not too tall.
And could you grow this in a balcony in an apartment?
I think the amount you'd fit in a pot, you
it
wouldn't get the same
enough.
effect that you would from something like
No, it's really nice, isn't it?
It's lovely. There is a taller Rudbekia herbstone, which is about 5 to 6 feet tall,
right?
Which is a clearer yellow. But this one I think is the most useful.
Okay.